How did you get involved with Vector?
Streets is military and you know that it falls.
Well, leaving Nigeria and moving to America, it was like a new beginning. All that chance, I felt like I was in like a musical jail.
I want to go into your personal life a little bit, yeah? And this might be uncomfortable, you know, after some years, you eventually get, caught up in some issues with the law, and eventually you end up, going to jail. And you're sounding like a mommy's boy. Oh, mommy, yo.
I mean, at the end of the day, we
please
all
come save your boy.
And I remember when I was going to step out, it felt like Nelson Mandela was going out. Cause
were you actually in love with Jezebel at the time when you say you're broken?
Yeah.
Good morning, good evening, whatever part of the world you are. I go by Mazi Fine, and I want to welcome you to Afrobeat Music Made in the USA. Afrobeat Music Made in the USA is a program designed to discuss Afrobeat music, the challenges, the wins, the losses, as pertains Afrobeat music in the diaspora. As we all know, Afrobeat music has grown tremendously in Africa, and it's being shipped or transported to the United States of America and beyond. And out here, Afrobeat music is growing tremendously, I must tell you. And right here in the studio with me, I have one of the exponents of Afrobeat music. He's been doing Afrobeat music way back in Nigeria, came to the United States and continued the tradition, churning out a lot of Afrobeat music, a lot of Afrobeat hits, tunes. You'll get to know him. I'm not going to say too much, but ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome to the studio, T-ME Singsong.
Hello everybody. Hi.
All right, T-ME Singsong, Afrobeat music. Yeah. How far can you take us back when it pertains Afrobeat music and yourself? How long have you been involved in Afrobeat music?
When we say involved in Afrobeat music, I would say like all my life, because I've been listening to like all the songs from the past to now to the ones that they will make in the future. I'll still listen, so Afrobeat has been part of my like life. But when we say like when I ventured into it as a career, it's probably about 9-10 years ago, maybe 11, I don't know, but it's quite a minute. And I'm here now today. Okay,
cool. So I mean, what was your first major song or your first major single in the genre?
The first major song was titled "She Wanna Wife Me."
She says she likes me, she wanna wife me. Every time I come around, I'm too flashy, that's why she likes me, I'm too flashy.
It was a song produced by Idi Kabasa. Really nice. I didn't know that people could sing like other people's songs until I made that song, and then I discovered how like people sing along with songs. Yeah, She Wanna Wife Me did it back in 2014, I think. Shot the video in South Africa. Shout out to all my South Africans. Yeah, so I think that was like my major like project when it comes to Afrobeat. So yeah.
Oh, awesome. So She Wanna Wife Me, and then the very popular one with Vector.
Don't be money talk boss, we know they discuss the streets is military and you know that it false. We still they control the club when we know that the club see. It's all to the glory of the Lord, the only Lord above. Yeah. When we up in the club, we know they prove all. Our boys what you great down.
How did you get involved with Vector?
Oh yeah. So I made the song Approvally, and since I've been doing music like from the back, and I've never really featured any artists like that until when I made that song, and I really wanted an artist to be on it, and I had an option of 2 artists. The second one being Vector, and I've been a fan of Vector since forever, and it was a great opportunity for me to even get the chance to do a song with Vector. So I link up with DJ Bombastic from Nigeria back then. he linked me up with Vector. We met, we spoke. He liked the song. I was happy that he liked my song, and he did it, and it was great. Like, it's been awesome since then, to be honest.
All right. So that was mostly music, you produced and you did in Nigeria. And then fast forward today, you made it to the United States of America.
Yeah.
So what has been the difference between your experience as an Afrobeat artist in Nigeria and, one in America?
I think it's the environment, the people around, they're used to certain music before Afrobeat, and the Afrobeat sounds like something different to them. So I took it upon myself to like really focus on how to get Afrobeat to their ears, and like Afrobeat made right in front of them to their ears, and to see how like it's truly made.
Okay, let's talk about your projects, the ones that you released in the United States. I know there was one, Take Two.
Yeah,
Take Two is probably your first project in the US,
Yeah.
that you compiled and you put together.
Yeah.
What was the inspiration behind that? And I'm going to ask more questions in regards to Take Two, but what was the inspiration behind Take Two? Why did you decide?
Take Two, living in Nigeria and moving to America, it was like a new beginning. It was like a whole new everything for me. So I thought to myself, like, okay, when you watch movies and you're like, okay, cut, action, take two, So I'm like, okay, this is like another chance for me to
A second take.
Yeah, a second take, yeah, to do it, and this time I don't want to mess it up. So I decided to name my whole project like, yeah, this is
Okay, so Take Two. Interestingly, like on the cover
right
of Take Two, you were wearing a prison or a prisoner's outfit.
Yeah.
That kind of took me by surprise. I'm like, okay, yeah, I've seen a lot of artists, one way or the other, try to depict certain things, maybe an inspiration, maybe a dream, maybe maybe a musical direction. But I was wondering what is the direction behind the fact that you had to use a prisoner's outfit on Take Two, since you're trying to give yourself like a better chance the second time.
Yeah. Like I said, it was like another chance. But before that chance, I felt like I was in like a musical jail. Like I was locked up somewhere. I couldn't like get to do what I want. So doing the cover, I remember when I even bought the outfits, then I'm like, is this crazy? But it also like let me know like this is what it is. Like if you feel like this, that is what it is. So I felt like I was in a jail that is musical, if you understand what I mean. So doing it was giving me the idea of like a mock shot.
Okay, talking about mugshots, I want to go into your personal life a little bit, yeah. And this might be uncomfortable. A lot of people don't like to discuss their
You see how it's
a lot of people don't like to discuss their personal lives on camera. But the reason why I'm bringing up your personal life is because that almost felt like like a prophecy for me. A prophecy in the sense that after some years, you eventually get caught up in some issues with the law, and eventually you end up going to jail. Is that something you saw coming? Is that something that you knew would happen at some point? So let me go ahead and just put it out there. Or is it something that just happened by coincidence?
In all honesty, I wouldn't say I saw it coming, but there's something about me that like it's kind of like I have like I don't know, I'm kind of like visionary. So there are some things I foresee that eventually happens.
You're still looking at your songs like It's About Time, songs like Jezebel, songs like King Fad. When I listen to those songs, I kind of see your life kind of in the music. You basically place your life in the lyrics. Is this something you do intentionally? Is this something you want people to listen to your music and understand who you are, where you're from, or is that just what comes to your head when you write music? Like, oh, you know what? Let me just I can't think of anything else, but let me just write about myself.
Um, I discovered that making music by what's happening around you is the best way that people could relate with what's going on. Rather than making up stories or making up events, I would rather like speak about past events, speak about current events, maybe even future events. So I tend to like sink myself into my environment and think about everything that has happened in the space of maybe a month, 2 months, 3 months, and what I see that could happen, So I try to bring them together to, compile them as, a story, and, to project them now as music.
Okay, something led to something, and you ended up, having run-ins with the law, ending up in, custody or in police custody for some time, and then you released the song titled Jezebel.
Boy, oh, oh, cause I'm in love with it, Jezebel, and she did take my soul. I'm in love with it, Jezebel, I don't lose control. I'm in love with it, Jezebel, and she feel make me follow for you, my love. Follow for you.
I mean, basically, the lyrics was about some lady who, came into your life basically to destroy your life, in that sense, or somebody you're really in love with that kind of, broke your world or, broke your heart. Can you tell us a little bit about the song Jezebel, if it's actually related to what we heard, that led you to prison?
The song Jezebel is a deep song for me. Like I said, I sink myself into my environment to come up with what's going on. So if you listen to the song very well, you would catch like the things I was saying, and you could tell that I was sounding like a broken man. At that time, I was a broken man, and I
You sound like a mommy's boy. Oh, mommy, mio.
I mean, at the end of the day, we
please
all
come
mommy's
save
kid,
your boy. Oh.
At the end of the day, we are all mommy's boy, because if you look at a 50-year-old man when their mom dies, or you could tell that it hit them somewhere.
So were you actually in love with Jezebel at the time when you say you're broken?
Yeah, I was.
So we can actually go listen to that song, and it tells the entire story of what you were going through, at the time.
It was.
And I mean, I think that's the foundation of Afrobeat, right? That's what Afrobeat stands for, especially when you consider the fact that Afrobeat was founded by a legend, called Fela Nicola Kuti, who basically put his life in his music. That's the essence of Afrobeat. Afrobeat has evolved into, many branches. You have people that, basically play music for fun, parties, make people enjoy. It's part of the culture. But the foundation of Afrobeat is actually placing your life on wax.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. So, yeah, I mean, I listen to songs like King Fahd.
Yeah, like in my rapper. So me know like you are like I know. No, they used to play that. Yeah, like in my rapper.
I had a conversation with you. You told me King Fahd was written when you were locked up. I think that's one of, pen game, one of your best songs that you in terms of pen game, same as Jezebel. But what was going through your mind when you wrote King Fahd?
Like King Fahd, really, like the whole thing came out from when I was locked up, of course. I remember being in there, and there was this aura that was following me that I didn't know of. But me being there in a short period of time, like I got a lot of respect from everybody in there. And I remember when I was going to step out, it felt like Nelson Mandela was going out, because I've seen people go out right in front of me and they didn't get any of that reception. I didn't know I had that aura like that goes with me because, like I said, I saw people leaving like right in front of me. Nobody really cared. They're like, oh, they're just coming on. That's fine. But as soon as they called my name on the whatever they called my name on, I ran to get my stuff. I didn't even look at anybody. I ran to get my stuff, pack everything. As soon as I got to the door, I just say I should look back to say goodbye. And when I looked back, I saw like everybody was already standing, waiting for me to like. Am I in Nelson Mandela? What's going on? But I felt that okay, this is time to take my place, to take my rightful position, because I always felt that feeling of me being a king of my own world. You know, there made me really see. It gave me enough time to project back in my life, to project to if I get the chance to go out, like what I want to do, who I want to be. So I just chose to write like who I truly am. So
Yeah. So I mean, there's been controversies also. There's been the controversy with whoever you were involved with at the time, the lady that eventually led to the run-ins with the law. There was also a controversy of late. Somebody came online and started speaking a lot of things. First of all, the fact that T-ME Singsong is out here in the United States going through a lot, suffering, not having a meaningful life and all of that. And we all saw these things. These are things that we can't just ignore. People were. I think it stemmed from the fact, and some other things stem from the fact that people were saying you were the best in Indianapolis. There was people that said no, he's not, and all of that. What was that about? What was that about, basically?
oh wow, that's social media. I remember, well, I was just chilling with a friend the other day, the day when I saw that, and somebody just called me and was like, "Bro, have you seen what this person said about you? This, that." My what? And then when I checked, they sent me the link, and I checked it. It was a 4-hour long video
Wow.
of somebody talking about me, and it wasn't. They weren't just talking about me. It was like they were bad mouthing me. Like they were bad mouthing me. They were saying all sort of stuff. And this is somebody that I just met. I met maybe like a period at work.
So you know the person. You know the.
Yeah, we only met at work. Like it was like like a month meeting. That's it. And then I didn't know how like she thinks she knows about me so much that she could sit down and make a whole 4-hour video of me.
What do you have to say about those people in Indianapolis that you know them personally? You saw their comments. They know who you are, and eventually they decided to run with such misinformation.
I mean, they'll be fine. If you trust me, you guys are going to be fine. But think about what you're doing.
Yeah, I think that's the life of an artist. Controversies will come, but the way you manage them, the way you carry yourself, and yeah, definitely love the way you carried yourself. Paid no attention to it, even at some points, even if you try to correct the impression, but I think you went about it the right way. So let's get away from your personal life now. Let's talk about Afrobeat music in the United States of America. Do you think promoters, businesses, artists, producers, bloggers in USA, media houses, do you think they are doing enough? I'm not even talking about the ones that are bringing the artists from Nigeria. That's very needed also. Well, are they doing enough for the local artists that are really talented that live here in the United States of America?
No, they're not. They could do better. I think the missing piece is just the harmony, the unity. Because if they don't, there's a lot of like separation.
Now my thing, now my own
now
thing,
my
now my
people, this one
something.
are my guy, this one are my, rather than, taking it as one, please try to work with everybody, be united. Obviously we are here in the United States of America, but I'm not seeing the unity yet. So
So your new projects.
yeah.
I mean, not to spend too much time in the studio, but your new. I know you're a busy person. You probably have shows to attend. You have studio sessions to go to. So I'm not trying to spend too much time on these questions. But your next project, I know you're starting to make plans for a new project. New songs are about to drop. What do we expect? When are your new songs coming out? What's T-ME Singsong up to?
Oh wow. First of all, expect great music. Great music. Amazing music. Sir. Even myself, I'm amazed. I'll be dropping a song called My Dear. I think there's a part in my life that is like a sequence. So I think that's like a sequence to continue from Jezebel to like My Dear. And there are other songs too, but I'll be dropping My Dear. And I think I'm fully done with my album. I'm just, it's in the studio now. We're working on the masters and everything, the balancing. So I'll be dropping an album next year. Expect more videos, visualizers, more content. This time around, I will be making more content for you guys.
Is that a New Year resolution?
Yeah.
So yeah, we have it on. T-ME made his New Year resolution right here in the studio at Wambe Studios. His New Year resolution: more content, more reels, more music for the Afrobeat community, for the Afrobeat listeners.
Yeah.
So finally, before you go, where do you see yourself this time next year?
The only thing I just pray is to still be alive this time next year. I believe when there is life, there is hope.
You better prophesy good things in your songs, because we already know what your music is about. Like, we hear something on your music and we see it happen, or we hear something on your music and it happened. So this is the time to actually prophesy.
I'll leave the prophecy in the music.
Okay.
I just want to be alive.
Okay.
So make sure I keep doing my
You'll
thing.
be alive by God's grace.
When I'm alive, anything goes. Everything can happen. Anything can happen.
All right. So, thank you so much, man. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Really enjoyed speaking to you. Enjoyed your company. Enjoyed your journey. And keep your head up.
Thank you.